Hello again, YouTube, and I'm back with another update video. And in this video I show you that I've included another solar panel in my yard array. And essentially what I did was I extended the brackets with some angle iron. It worked out pretty well. You know, it ain't totally the prettiest thing, but it's functional and it works, and that's all I care about. Anyway, I've added a panel, and this panel here I actually made, and you know, I tried my hand at making a solar panel again, and as I said in my earlier one of my first videos, I say that, you know, buying a solar panel is actually cheaper than actually making one yourself, and it's better to buy one. But I had two frames from earlier efforts, and opposed to throwing them away, I decided, and I needed, you know, something to do on the weekend, so I decided to build my own solar panel. It's a 200, maybe a little over 200 watt panel, but obviously during the hot sun and so forth, you're not going to get 200 watts out of it. But maybe during the wintertime, I can expect to get 200 watts. But anyway, or close to it. But anyway, I've included it in my array, and I've got another APS unit coming to tie that in. Right now, I've got it tied into one of my cheap grid tie inverters. It's working pretty well. This particular unit that I have coming is an APS YC250, and it's a 250 watt, so I'll just connect it to this one and then tie it into that one, and the combined wattage will go into the grid. Now, by adding this new panel here, yeah, my meter definitely spins backwards. I find that during the day, I use less power than what I actually need. I've discovered a few things, like for instance, I have two attic fans that were running all the time, and I found out that, you know, they were not helping, but they were actually hurting, you know, to keep my house cool. And I read an online article to where, you know, having an attic fan may not be the best thing for your house. I found that my actual AC unit there comes on more when they're running than when they're not running. And I also found out that they were taking 600 watts of power, 600 watts an hour of power, and you know, that running in conjunction with this, yeah, that was eating into my electricity bill. So anyway, this right here with these, you know, I put this panel together, and on the back of it, what you see is aluminum tape. I found that the back connections were, you know, some of them would come off sometimes and so forth. So what I did was I just put some aluminum tape on them, and that entire back, that's the positive side, and the entire back is actually conductive. And putting aluminum tape on it, actually, I think it helped it. But in any way, I'm not advocating building your own panels, and you know, in no stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that, you know, hey, if you got a weekend and you want a nice little weekend project between you and your son or your daughter or whoever else, or you know, just a little team building event or project or something, build your own solar panel. It would work out. It'll be fun, and it was fun to build. And so I've got my unit here now. As you can see, I have 3 panels, so that's 200, that's 200, and that's another 200. So essentially, this is a 600 watt array, plus I have 270 watts on my roof. And yeah, you will definitely see, the more panels you get, you will definitely see a difference. And as you can see right here, I've, you know, got my pole here. Everything is done. You know, I won't say professionally. I will just say it doesn't look too bad. This right here is this is just aluminum tape that I've got up here. This aluminum tape, and you know, this stuff is strong. This is the heavy duty kind to keep this in place, and this will be here, you know, for a while. So it worked out pretty well. It worked out pretty well. And as I said, I've checked using the TED unit. I've checked my utility usage, and I'm sending, you know, there was at one point I was sending like over 410 watts back to the grid. So my meter was spinning backwards, and it spins backwards quite a bit. But anyway, this was a fun little project, and I'm just going to keep it up. And you know, if this panel proves to be useless, or you know, after a while, if it fades out or whatever, I'm going to just replace it with another panel. So, but for right now, it's working pretty well. Hey, thanks a lot, YouTube. Take care.